Steam just unveiled their new line of hardware that's going to be coming out in 2026, and it has gamers hyped between their new VR headset, the controllers, and the return of the Steam Machine. Gamers are super excited for the future of PC gaming as a whole. Releasing in 2026, Steam will now expand their ever-growing reach of gamers and the grip they have on them. So let's talk about that. The brand new Steam frame that was announced, which has been playing on this monitor the whole time, is very similar to other VR headsets we have on the market. It has the design of the Apple Vision Pro, but with the hardware that comes in a Quest 3. It's honestly a beautiful piece of hardware. It's equipped with a 4nm Snapdragon ARM processor with 16 gigs of RAM, pancake lenses in front of two 2160 by 2160 screens, and up to 120 Hz refresh rate. This will allow the FOV to be up to 110 degrees in the right situations. The Steam frame will also feature controllers that look very similar to something you might already use, the Quest 3. And while they may not be the exact Quest 3 controllers, they both look and behave and have similar button layouts, as you can see, but all the way down to features like the battery compartment. You can't help but wonder, did Valve take inspiration from the Quest 3 for these controllers? And I'm almost certain they did, because all the way down to the way of tracking is the same, with the same inside-out tracking technology that Meta uses in their Quest 3. Okay, I know it's technically not the exact same technology, but it is a very, very similar technology to the Quest 3. With the fact that it's using the IR lenses when you are in front of it, but then using the motion tracking and gyroscopic technology to be able to track if you were to reach back for a bow out of a quiver in an archery game. The way the Steam frame is meant to fit on your head, if you can notice, there's no top strap like there is with the Quest 3. There just is the screens and the back. Well, how do they make this fit on your head? They place the battery on the back of the strap and the screens with the pancake lenses on the front. So there is no battery. You can go off grid with this. Sorry, Apple Vision Pro. As well as the IR cameras on the outside of it, there is an internal camera that will be used for foveated rendering, which, if you don't know what that is, it will allow the game to be rendered at a higher pixel density at the specific part of the screen you're looking at compared to the rest of it, so that what you're focusing on is at the highest quality possible. This is one way that VR has tried to reduce motion sickness by making your vision feel more like real life in the game compared to the original VR headsets from years past. But by far the craziest part about this headset is the fact that it will be done wirelessly. You heard me right, wirelessly. The developers at Valve have created the little dongle that you can place in your PC or Steam Machine, which we'll get to in a minute, that will allow you to wirelessly game stream VR headsets at almost the same quality as over a wire. In one IGN review, the writer said he couldn't tell a difference between a wired and a wireless connection in this new headset. And that is something that hasn't really been able to be pulled off before. But when you have Valve developing this product to go with their service, it just makes sense that it would work. While the price is still unknown on these products, my best guess at a price for the headset would be around $600 US. That comes in comparison to products like the Quest 3 and the Vision Pro is way out of the price bracket, so we're not even going to consider that, but products definitely like the Quest 3 will influence this price, and I assume it's going to be around $600-ish for the brand new Steam frame. The next thing is the Steam Machine. Yes, you heard me right. Valve is bringing it back after almost 10 years of not having one of these on the market, and this one looks like it could be pretty successful. Unlike the original Steam Machine, this one is reported to pack a punch, being up to 6 times more powerful than the current Steam Deck. If true, this will make it one of the most impressive PCs for gaming if it can come in at the right price. And I say that because the Steam Deck is already such a great PC alternative. You can set it up with a dock and use it as a PC if you desire, and if this thing is 6 times more powerful than that, who knows what this can do. One thing that is being marketed very heavily right now is that you will be able to plug this in and just use it as a standalone PC instead of as the console it's originally designed to be. In some of the things they show coding being done on it, they show some graphic work being done on it, which very much makes sense for a gaming focused machine. Both of those things require good graphics cards, and so it makes sense why you'd be able to do that on a machine like this. This machine also comes as a surprise to some users because of the recent announcement of the Xbox being a Windows replacement. Steam is looking to overtake that, and from the sounds of it, they're going to do it at a much better price. According to industry insiders, this console PC hybrid will be reported to come in around $900, which, if true, could place this thing around $300 less than Microsoft's alternative that is supposed to come out after this. And this would also be an easier sell to gamers. I mean, it's going to be running SteamOS, which a lot of people at this point have used. The Steam Deck is a great selling console, and running all of your devices with the same OS makes doing these sales so much easier for Valve than if you were to market a whole new OS. This is something I'm super excited for personally, as it'll hopefully shake up the PC market, causing prices to drop, making things more competitive than they've been in years. Now let's talk about the Steam controller. This is personally one of the wildest looking controllers I've ever seen. However, it's very, very similar to the layout and the look of the Steam Deck, so it shouldn't be that hard of a sell for people already using that to pick one of these up to use in like a tabletop mode like you would do with a Nintendo Switch. As I just said, it is very similar to the Steam Deck. It has the 2 trackpads, 2 fully magnetic joysticks, 4 programmable back buttons, but it also will include motion controls that are touch activated. Yes, you heard me right. Touch activated motion controls. So instead of motion controls always being on like this, you will have to grip the back or touch the back of the controller. Don't fully understand how this is going to work yet, but until you touch it or grab it like this, motion controls will not be active unless pressure is applied. So this probably will work, this might work, who knows. We're gonna have to wait till this comes out to see, but that is something that is super exciting. Steam reports that this controller will be compatible with every current Steam game, as well as the new Steam machine, the Steam frame, and even the Steam Deck. Did I also mention that this controller can be used with a puck? Yeah, that's right. The puck is its connection source, but it's also its charger. So you run the puck somewhere where you need it, and then when your controller gets low on battery, you drop it on there and it charges it from the same place you're connecting it to. Very similar to the Logitech PowerPlay mouse mats that you see for Logitech mouses. This controller will most likely come in around $80 due to the feature set and due to the price of other first-party controllers such as the PS5 controller, Switch Pro controller, Xbox Series X controller, even Joy-Con 2s. Valve has also promised us mass hardware integration with each other. For instance, you can hook up your Steam frame to your Steam machine, stream that to your Steam Deck, and use a Steam controller at the same time. Why would you do that? I don't know, but if you really wanted to, you could. Overall, this seems like a huge step in the correct direction for the hardware team over at Valve. I personally think the biggest hurdle of this launch will be trying to make people forget about the flop that the original Steam machine was. And before people come after me, no, I'm not saying the original Steam machine was a bad console. I'm saying it came out in a wrong era. And you can't really say I'm wrong either. With the absolutely explosive and enjoy announcement of this console, it just shows that the original console came out in the wrong time. Now it's time for the really big question. Will I be picking these up? Probably not. I already have my gaming PC here. I already own a Switch 2. I already own a Quest 3. And I have a gaming laptop. So there isn't a huge need for me to pick any of these things up. The one I would be considering the most would be the Steam controller, of course. I mean, with Steam and Valve's claims of the controller working with every game. It is a super hard deal to possibly pass up on if it does work with almost every game that is in my Steam library. I hope you guys have enjoyed this more of a scripted type video. I have this whole script right here on my tablet. And so yeah, this was a fun video to write. It's taken me a while to write it because I'm not a writer, I'm a gamer. But I thought this was something that I should talk about because it is a huge step in the right direction for gaming as a whole. So if you guys would like to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and leave a comment while you're down there. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Take it easy and peace out, everybody.